Hey everybody, Bungzy here with another ultralight review on ultralight backpacking. Today we're taking a look at a truly one-of-a-kind product by Enlightened equipment called the Minion. To think, a 2.35 ounce product that replaces your pillow, your sit pad, the stuff sack, gloves, and your balaclava. Oh, and I think they say it can even be used as a fanny pack somehow. What is that? One item that can replace 6? You gotta give it a try, right? Shall we? I'm all for products that serve multiple purposes. Before we run through each purpose, let's look at the weight savings. At least as it relates to my kit, the Minion would replace my pillow, my neck gator, gloves, and my sit pad. I don't have any stuff sacks and I don't use a fanny pack. These items collectively in my kit weigh 6.08 ounces. So that's a savings of 3.73 ounces. Now, whether or not a 3.73 ounce savings is significant is entirely subjective. That is a significant savings in my book. What it then comes down to is how much does this 1-for-4 item, in my case, compromise on the functionality of each of these 4 otherwise standalone items. Well, I'm not going to beat around the bush on this one. The Minion doesn't do a great job at any of them, in my opinion. In fact, I would say it does a poor job at all of them. Let's take a closer look. Let's start with the pillow. If you haven't seen it already, check out my pillow review video. I'll throw a link up above. In short, I'm not a fan of pillows that have to be stuffed. I rarely have enough soft clothing to adequately fill stuffed pillows. Maybe I don't have enough extra soft gear, or maybe I don't have enough soft gear that doesn't need to be dried or aired out. I also can't stand their drawstring system at both ends. By the time you close them up enough like this, the pillow is small, and these extra long cords sure do drive me nuts. You can stuff them inside, but they still come out and get in the way. So I'll stick with my inflatable pillow. It's much bigger and more comfortable and without any of the fuss. How about replacing your gloves? I don't even think Enlightened equipment would truly recommend that. It's probably more of an in-camp, hanging out supplement to your existing gloves. So it's not a weight savings when it comes to gloves, just an added feature, and feel free to walk around with your hands on this if you want. How about my neck gaiter? That's just downright silly. If it's so cold that you need all of this around your face, you'll certainly have a thick jacket with you. Maybe you wouldn't need a jacket with a hood because of the Minion, but that's a stretch in my opinion. The beauty of a hood is that it goes up and it comes down effortlessly as your exertion or climate changes. The Minion, not so. It's a chore to put this thing on and take it off and store it. With all these cords and the zipper, it's also not going to be as comfortable as a jacket hood. It's also not going to breathe like a fleece or knit hat would. Plus, my neck gaiter has all kinds of uses and can be used in all kinds of conditions and temps, including hot weather. Not the Minion, obviously. Are you going to use this to protect your face and neck from the sun when it's warm or hot out? To wash up with? Or any of the other many uses of a buff? No chance. Now let's consider the Minion as a sit pad. Basically, you do this little thing, you undo both ends, and then you unzip it. There we go. There we go. The inner material, which is this, is a waterproof material. So you open it up and put the waterproof side down. Compare this to a torso-length foam sit pad. If you haven't seen it, I have a video out there about my foam pad. Do I even have to say it? Again, check out my sit pad video, which is one of my favorite pieces of gear. If you haven't already, again, the link's above. The use cases for my torso foam pad are too many to list right now, but this compromise would be silly. I'd also point out that if the ground is truly wet, are you really going to feel good about putting your pillow on the ground in the moisture, in the mud? I don't think so. Moisture doesn't stay in small, neat boxes. It seeps wherever it wants to and can. And lastly, what if you wanted to sit on something dry while keeping your hands and head warm? With the Minion, you can only do one of those at a time. Well, that's all the time I need. Listen, I'm a fan of Enlightened equipment, but the Minion is not for me. I hope I gave you something to think about. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already by clicking the Bungzy logo, and I'll catch you on my next ultralight review on ultralight backpacking. See ya.